Hey guys, it's HSS Prime. I'm going to start showing you some decks that you should expect to see at states and even past states. This is a deck that was fairly popular and did well at the ECC. And what I have here is just a rough list to give you an idea of what the deck would look like. With some text included. The deck is Zekrom Electric Mewtwo. Sorry, the list is kind of like not sorted. The way the program does it, it does it in order that you added the cards, and since I had went in and edited a deck to make it what it is now, it just kind of put it out of order. So, but to start off, you got the Zekrom EX, the main attacker of the deck. Glinting Claw for a DCE and a Lightning. Flip a coin. If heads it does 80, if tails it does 50. But its main attack is Strong Bolt for 2 Lightnings and a double colorless. 150, discard 2 energies attached to this Pokemon. And since you're discarding Lightning, you can get them back with Dynamotor. But there's some cases where you want to discard the DC, say if you have another DC in your hand, and you just don't have like Eel set up, or against Chandelure, because if you discard the double colorless, they can't lock you with Lampent and the Apom and all that, because if you discard both Lightnings, they'll just tailcode, or not with Lampent, with Apom only, they'll tailcode the DCE off of Zekrom, and then you won't be able to attack anymore. So yeah, he's the main attacker. Next, we got Mewtwo. Let me move him over. I hate that it kind of just shows in the middle of the screen. With Mewtwo, you should all know what he does by now. X-Ball, main reason he's in here, just because you can stack energies on him and hit for heavy damage. And also counter other Mewtwo's, so I run 2 of those. Thundurus. I've seen people not really running Thundurus anymore, but I still think he's very good in Eel-based decks, because he's good early game for the charge, and he attacks fast. 80, discard an energy, which you're discarding a Lightning, which is good. Charge just gets those energies onto the field, so you can have him going by turn 2. I still think he's really good in Eel decks, like I said. The next attacker, I run 2 Zekroms, mainly because, you know, he attacks, he's good. He's good against Durant, which is another very popular deck you're going to see. Run 2, just because you can fit it, and against Durant you don't want one to be prized. Next, my one-ofs, I run 1 Zapdos. Zapdos is a very good card, like a surprisingly good card. First of all, it's got 120 HP for a basic, so that's pretty good. It's weak to Lightning and resists fighting, so it helps you against anything fighting. And you mainly use it for Random Spark, DC and a Lightning, and it snipes for 50, which is good, because you can get it turn 2 if you go first, and you can get it going by turn 2. You can snipe off Magnemites, snipe off Tynamos, or even late game, just take prizes off of damage bench stuff without having to use a catcher. Next, I run a Terrakion. It's good for the mirror, just because you can drop it, attach, Dynamotor, and retaliate. That's the main reason he's in here. And then, if I can get the little view thing to work. Yeah, that's not going to work. See right here, I run a Shaman EX. Good for late game, good against Terrakion, which also gives this deck, trouble. And then the main focus of this deck is Electric. If you guys don't know, Dynamotor, his ability, grabs lightning from the discard and attaches it to the bench. The card does have a few flaws. It has 2 retreat, which is fairly heavy, and Dynamotor only attaches to the bench, which can be very annoying at times. And then last but not least, standard Cleffa. It's just there. Every deck should run it. It's a free retreater to send up when something gets KO'd. Yeah, basically. Now on to supporters. 4 collectors. That's standard. Said it many times. 4 collectors in every deck. Depending, like Celebi Mewtwo, it doesn't necessarily need it, but it's still nice. Next, 4 Junipers. You run 4, mainly because this deck doesn't have any other draw, and Juniper just keeps the deck going. And then 3 Sages. It's more draw, and gets lightning into the discard pile. Nothing else really more to say there. On to trainers. Got 4 Junk Arms. Junk Arm, discard your lightning energies. Reuse your trainers, reuse catcher, switch. Yeah, Junk Arm's just a very good card. Next is 4 catchers. In a deck that's just constantly attacking, 4 catchers is a very good number because you can basically take prizes off of anything you choose. And then I run 4 level balls. Level ball, specifically, it just searches out Electric. Everything else can be searched out with Pokemon Collector. So these are mainly in here just for Electric. And then next, 2 switches. Mainly 2 because a lot of times you want to switch something back to the bench, say a Zekrom, so you can Dynamotor onto it and then promote it and attack again. And you can find yourself doing that fairly often, so 2 is a good amount. And then last of the trainers is Pokegear. It's not letting me view it. Whatever. Pokegear just get you a supporter when you don't have a supporter in your hand. Keep you going. And then on to energies. I should mention some trainers I left out. Like I said, this is just a rough list with text included. But Eviolite and Skyro Bridge. Skyro, it's nice. I just don't know if it's that needed. Don't get me wrong, it would work. And Eviolite is something I would definitely consider adding in here. But those are just whatever you draw for them. That's just your choice. Then I run 10 lightning energies, and then I run 5 special energies, 2 different kinds, but 5 total. Run 3 DCEs. You can use them to retreat eel. That's one use. Mainly used for Zekrom and Mewtwo, and then also for Zapdos. You can use them for Zekrom's Outrage, but you won't find yourself doing that very often. And then last energy is Prism Energy. Prism is mainly it's just for Terrakion and Shaman, but it can also be used on everything else in the deck. So that's why it's in here. So yeah, this deck I see being very popular. So look out for it. Not much else to say. The deck I think is good. It's definitely a solid deck. But yeah, not much else really I can say about it. There's a list. Obviously main focus is just use Dynamotor to load up all of your huge HP attackers and take prizes fast. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. This is HGSS Prime. See you guys later.